Go down, need it up, need it up. Go down, go down, go down, go down.
Hey, what's up guys? It's your girl Kristyn. I feel like my camera is on a weird angle, but I'm gonna fix that once I get to the light. I wanted to check in with you guys. So today is Friday, it's the end of the day. I just got off of work. I honestly am not feeling that well. Like, I really don't feel good right now. I had intentions of starting the vlog a little bit earlier in the day, but I haven't been feeling that great. I've been like on Dayquil all day and hustling at work, trying to make sure I had everything done so that when I went home this evening, I would not have to do any work for my real job on the weekend. So I feel kind of good. I probably will still like open the computer up on Sunday. However, right now I need to go home. Like, I'm so sleepy, my body is tired. I'm doing a video today because I wanted to talk to you guys. I love talking to you guys. It's probably one of my most favorite things right now. Like, I'm just really enjoying this channel and I hope you guys are enjoying it too. First though, before we get into any conversation, make sure you drop a star in the comment section. And if you are on your computer, because I had some of you guys tell me you're on your computer, I think maybe you can just say the word, I don't know, just say I'm here. That'll be suffice. Just say I'm here. Because I want to know you guys are here. That's the purpose of the star. But if you're not able to drop a star, or you can leave an asterisk, that works too. But make sure you guys drop that really quick before we get into the video, just so I know you guys are here. Let's do a roll call of the K-stars. But with that being said, I wanted to talk to you guys. It's so funny, like a lot of times when I have these epiphanies or I have like really good conversation, I want to like bring the conversation here to you. And my camera looks kind of bright, so I'm sorry if it looks bright too. I'll try to fix that as well when we get to the light. But I have these conversations and I'm always thinking like, what would the K-stars do? What would they think? And I was talking the other day to Brian, as well as I was talking to one of my girlfriends about a situation she's been going through, and it just really had me thinking. It was like some great epiphanies that I was having, and it was pertaining to relationships. So I hope today we can talk about relationships here on the channel, because we really haven't gotten into much conversation around relationships like I have on my main channel. And I wanted to just kind of share some stuff from my conversation with Brian, mainly because I feel like it was some good conversation. Like, it was pretty interesting. So long story short, I've been with Brian for a long time. It's probably been like almost 5 years. It might be 5 years this year, 4 or 5 years. And we have been like, we've had a pretty good relationship. I think we've had our hills and our valleys and like things that have happened where we're just like, Lord have mercy. But overall, we meshed pretty well together. And I was telling Brian about when I first, like way before I first met him, I came out of my marriage and I used to have this like, I don't know what you call it. I used to have this thought in my head that I had to be perfect, and that coming out of my relationship, because my husband at the time, he left me and he had his reasons that he wanted to end the marriage, which, you know, it was mainly because we grew apart, but there were other reasons. And like, I came out of that situation feeling so defeated that I felt like at the time, like I had to be perfect. And I was just telling Brian how when I first started the relationship with him, I had these thoughts in my head like of my expectations for a man, and how I didn't really trust guys. Like, I would think that like all men were cheaters, and there were just like certain things I thought about men. And it was crazy because like we were having this conversation, it was really late too. I probably was like half asleep talking to him, but I was sharing with him how I really felt like I had to be perfect. I felt like I had to be, from an appearance perspective, perfect. I felt like I had to really bust my butt from a financial perspective. And I even was telling him like a lot of the moves I've made in my lifetime and in my career have come from this place of feeling like I really had to like work myself up to this point where I would be like almost hard to replace, if that makes sense. And I think that mindset is so stupid when I look back, but I really remember thinking like that. Like, I really remember thinking that I used to be more replaceable, and I wanted to put myself in a position where it'd be really hard to replace me. Almost like building my own confidence around the fact that like it'd be difficult to find another girl who was like me. So I was, before I met Brian and before we dated, there were things I thought I had to kind of change about myself to become more like dateable or more you know, likable by the opposite sex. Like, I really wanted to like build my confidence around certain things. One of them, and I shared this in a cooking video, like I wanted to start cooking more and actually finding like passion for that. Which is funny, I thought this in my current fiance, my only fiance. He, like, Brian could care less. I could bring home food from, you know, fast food or whatever every day and he wouldn't care. And not because I think he would wouldn't prefer to have a cooked meal, but just because his personality is just one where he's so easygoing. Like, Brian just isn't judging me from those type of like this checklist of like, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that. So it's crazy because I feel like at times God really sent him to me because God knew that the match I needed for my soul and for who I am as a person was someone who is like him, someone who is supportive and who I can trust, because I had this thing where I didn't think I could trust anymore, and I felt like, you know, I was always going to have to compete on some level, and I was always going to have these thoughts in the back of my head around, like, did he do anything now, or is he going to, or, you know, just these continuous thoughts when you're in a relationship around the person that you're with, stepping out on, if you're married, like your marriage. So it's just crazy because I was explaining to Brian, and I was actually, I think I was like thanking him for being such a good man and like really helping me to grow my confidence in a more organic way versus feeling like I have to always try to measure up, because you're never going to be perfect. Like, perfection is impossible, and it took me finding someone like him to really help restore that into my mind. And Brian, I know you watch my videos, and I just have to say how much I appreciate you for that. Like, you asked me one time, do I feel like you've helped me build my confidence? And at the time I really didn't know how to answer that question, but I definitely feel like you've helped me build my confidence because you've showed me what it means to truly be a man, and I appreciate you so much. You know, I just wanted to kind of sneak a little part in a video to tell you that. And I know you watch my videos, and I know you're probably going to be like on the bike right now watching the video, listening to this, and I just wanted to tell you how much I appreciate you. You are just such a great person, and I love you so much. Like, I can't never say that enough. And I'm just so grateful to have somebody to spend the life that I have with you. And sometimes I feel like it's not enough, you know, like the little bit of time you get, it's not enough. So I appreciate you, and I just wanted to thank you for that. But back to you guys, the K-Stars, I just wanted to say that to say, like, no matter what your situation is, no matter where you are relationship wise, or, you know, you're striving to be with someone and find the perfect person for you, I truly in my heart believe that I was never going to find another person to love me again and to truly be there for me and to be someone that I could trust. And it's just crazy because I look now and I'm just like, wow, to have found someone like Brian is really dope. And they talk about this phrase, and I don't even know if it's really in the Bible, but you may have heard this phrase, like agape love. And agape love is, to me, what I think of as unconditional love. And I when I look at Brian, I really feel like he has that for me. And it's crazy because when I look at other relationships, and sometimes I see people go through things, and it just makes me feel so grateful. And there are times where, like, I was actually talking to a friend who's been going through something, and I was talking to her, and I don't even know if she knew it, but she was like telling me what was going on in her situation, and I was on the other side of the phone just like crying for her because I felt so much grief due to the fact that I've been there, and I could remember being that person. Like, I could really remember like being in her shoes and being so disappointed in someone that you love and you care about, and they let you down, and just being like disappointed, you know, disappointment. I think that's probably like the best word. So I say that to say, like, I never thought I would love someone like that again, and I never thought I would find someone to love me like that. And I think that if you're going through a situation that's bad, or you are just sitting here going like, yo, is anybody ever gonna love me again, or is anyone ever going to be there for me again, like, you almost have to get to a point where, and I talked about this too in a video, where you have to kind of set in your heart that it's going to happen. And I remember there was this point where I had dated a couple guys, and I had like a couple experiences and I was just like, oh my goodness, this is not working out. Like I met a few scrubs, and I would meet people and just be so like my expectations were really, really low. And it's just crazy because I remember the moment when I just like, I stood in my Bible and I read the Bible and I read the book of Ruth, and I stood on that word in Ruth, and I just continued to read Ruth over and over. And I stood on the book of Ruth and what the book was saying, and I just kind of felt like, let me just be like Ruth and focus on my craft and focus on what's going on in my life and myself, and God will bring someone along that's going to be right for me, you know, and it's going to be a fit for me. So I met Brian at the right time. Like, I feel like if I had met him any earlier, I would have been so distracted with everything else in my healing that it wouldn't have worked out. But when I finally took the moment to like be at peace about not having anyone, and that God was going to bring the right person to me, that's the point where I found Brian and I met Brian. So, you know, I just wanted to say that to say, like, don't give up hope. Don't look at your current situation and feel like that is writing the book for your future. Like, it can always change for the positive, and if you keep your mind in the right place and you find your perfect peace and you stand on the word of the Bible, like, it's gonna happen for you. And if you don't believe in the Bible, like, you can just keep positive, stay positive, because at the end of the day, the principles are there. You know, you can make it happen, and like, God is looking out, you know, he really is looking out. So I appreciate you guys so much. Like, it's so crazy. I have just enjoyed this channel so much, and the part about it, I've told you guys time and time again, I love is the interaction that we have. And it's so funny because I put the last video up, and I think it's been about a week since the last video went up, and the comments have like died way down from that video. So I was kind of like, dang, we not talking no more. Like, I'm not talking to my K-stars. So I'm like, dang, I really do need to post more because I want to keep the dialogue going. I think we've been having some great conversation, and it's just been so fulfilling to me. And if you are trying to think about doing a YouTube channel, this is the reason why you do it. Like, it's the community. It's not for any other reason. It's not for money. It's not for fame. Like, it's for none of that. The real reason why, the true value and the benefit of doing YouTube is the community. Is some soup, and I don't know if you guys ever had pho, but pho is amazing, so I had to get some of that. I'm feeling a little bit better. I think it's a combination of the pho and my medicine. I told you guys I took that medicine, and I think it's like finally kicked in. So I actually just got a text message from my fiance asking me to bring him a bubble tea, which is this little like frozen drink. Because he must have looked at the phone and realized that I'm here, because we have our Find My Friends turned on. I was like, I'm gonna never get grown woman nap if I have my Find My Friends on and my fiance can see where I'm at. I had turned that on, and this man sent me a message talking about bring me a bubble tea. So I'm gonna drop this off to him and then go get my babies and go back to the house and lay my butt down. I think I'm gonna lay down, get in the bed, and just read my book and play with my little babies, my dogs, and just chill. So that's the plan for tonight. I was thinking I was gonna ride that bike, but I don't think that's about to happen. Like, the way I'm feeling right now, I'll be lucky to just get in the bed and relax and hopefully like get under the covers and just sweat this cold out of my face. It's so bad, you guys. When you don't feel good, what do you do? Like, I try to just relax and like hopefully rest my body, but I don't really even know what to do right now. And I had this, which probably should have had something warm to open me up, but I ended up having that because it's so good. It tastes so delicious. Oh man, I was gonna actually try to go to Michigan tonight, but I texted my mom earlier and I was like, it's not about to happen. Like, the way I feel, there's no way it's about to happen. So one thing I want to do in terms of my equipment for this channel. I have this camera I've been using for a really long time. It's the Canon G7X. I really want to upgrade my camera that I take with me when I do like my vlogs, and the one that I take with me when I leave the house and like am all out and about. I don't want to use my big camera to do videos like this, but I just feel like it'd be nice to have an upgraded camera to do my videos, because I want to have a more cinematic look, more cinematic effect, and I want my videos to look really, really crispy. This camera does a good job, but I definitely want to upgrade at some point and like step my game up. And I was hoping to do that this time, or this YouTube check, but I'm gonna have to wait probably like another month or so. Only because I have to pay for our insurance, and I like to pay it all at once versus having a monthly payment. So I'm so irritated about that, but I really, really was hoping I could do the camera this month. It's not looking like it's gonna work out that way, so I had to put that on the back burner and like figure it out. But I really, really want to upgrade the quality of the videos on this channel, and like I feel like I'm getting a good handle for how I want to present the content, but the quality is something I definitely want to upgrade. Hey guys, so I just got home. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to relax, and it feels so good to sit by the fireplace. It's like one of my favorite places to sit in a house when I'm cold and I want to relax. And I'm sure I look mad bummy right now. Like, this is the worst lighting. Oh my goodness. But just going back to the topic earlier, like, I really hope that that message just speaks to the right person. Like, I wish I could have heard what I said, man, 7 years ago, because I needed to hear that like back then. And it's just so crazy how you can evolve and like learn so much. Like, I feel like back in the day when the OGs used to tell me stuff and they used to share little pearls here and there, like I would think like, you know, they was just talking, they thought they knew it all. And I think at the end of the day, like, with growing old comes wisdom. And I'm not ever gonna sit here and act like I got it all figured out, but I do think that, you know, if you stay positive, things can happen and will happen that you want to see happen in your life. And you just can't give up, you know. And having a partner, a soulmate, isn't the end all be all, because there's a lot of people who've had very successful, happy lives without one. But if that's something you aspire to, and you aspire to having a healthy situation, it definitely can and will happen. And I just want to say that I'm proof of it. And I was probably the one person in this whole world that did not believe it was going to work out for me. So, you know, I just hope that the message gets to the right person at the right time. I just appreciate you guys. If any of you out there have any testimonies or have any stories of just you overcoming your sad time, or the times where maybe you felt discouraged or not the most optimistic about where your life was going and finding your soulmate, but you ended up finding that person, comment below in the comment section, because you never know who your comment may touch and who may relate to the situation that you went through in your life as well. But with that, I'm about to get up out of here. I think I'm going to change into some really dope pajamas and get my butt in the bed and just knock out. I really hope this video was long enough, but I'm going to have another video like I promised you guys for tomorrow. So I really think that one's going to be popping. It's going to be a full day because I'm going to record when I leave the house until I get all the way to Lansing and go to the event and, you know, all that good stuff. So you'll get to see my mom if you haven't seen and met Karen. You will get to hang out with me and Brian. It's going to be dope. And Brian's DJing, so I'm looking forward to seeing him in his element, because he hasn't DJ'd where I've been able to see him in a really long time. Oh my goodness, y'all. Look at this dog. Always breaking the rules. Always breaking the rules. See? I told you guys, Kristyn doesn't kiss, but he will sniff you. He wants to know what you ate, what you had today. Can y'all get down? No, get down. Get down. Get down. Yelling at him doesn't even work, you guys. This is so annoying. Go. Dang. Go. Kristyn, get down. Kristyn, get down. Kristyn, get down. Kristyn! I've never had a dog that hard-headed, y'all. Like, I hate threatening him, and that's the only way he's gonna get down. It's so annoying. He be looking at me like, girl, you ain't about to do nothing. That is so annoying. Like, look at these dogs. They're so annoying. I told you guys, I let them sleep in my bed one time. From that point on, they learn to get in the bed when we're asleep and literally stay there until I wake up in the morning. And they've been doing that for months now, and it's so frustrating because I do not believe in dogs sleeping in the bed or getting on couches. And ever since then, they literally wait. They wait until we turn off the lights, we turn off the TV, and that's the cue to get out their bed and to get in our bed. I'm frustrated. Like, I have to figure out, if you have any tips on how to keep your dog out of the bed, please let me know that, because this is the most frustrating thing. I hate it. I don't like people, things, dogs, pillows touching me when I'm sleeping. I just don't like it. It's so frustrating to me. And this man, he likes to violate me at nighttime and like put his back on me, and I hate it. So if you have any tips, please let me know, because I can't take it anymore. I absolutely cannot take it. But y'all, I'm about to get up out of here. I'm so tired, and I really need to rest and like take some more Dayquil. Probably need some NyQuil, but I don't want to knock all the way out. So we're gonna take some Dayquil. But I love you guys so much. I appreciate you. And please hit the thumbs up button if you can do that one favor for me. And I will be sure to keep pumping these videos out. But I appreciate you guys as always. Have a great rest of your day. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. So stay tuned for the video tomorrow, and I'll catch up with you then. Bye-bye.